This is titled "When Venom Fights the Avengers Instead of Spider-Man." I don't know too much about the different versions and different comics that these characters are in. I just really know the characters themselves, but I don't know the extent of each and every character. So we're just gonna check this out.
Bruce Banner knows all too well what it means to be a monster. But what lied before him was something that not even the Hulk would be capable of. Captain America had been utterly torn apart. His insides were on the outside. The heart of America is literally missing. But Bruce has
That's
absolutely
crazy.
no idea who did it. Someone called out to him. Black Widow and Hawkeye were mortified and in disbelief. They wanted answers. Bruce is one of the smartest guys they know, so they need his help to understand what happened. Hawkeye asked when the Quinjet landed. Bruce responded that it did so about an hour ago. According to Black Widow, Cap's body looks like it's been that way for about an hour too. Bruce decided that they need to check their surveillance. He could only assume that the compound has been compromised. Although, there could be another possibility, but it wasn't something he wanted to entertain for the moment. According to the ship's transit log, Captain America was traveling back from the Arctic. Bruce wondered if his fellow Avengers knew what the hero was doing there, but Hawkeye wasn't sure. Although, one time, the old man talked about how he'd been buried there for ages. Cap was a pretty sentimental and earnest kind of person. Every now and again, he likes to visit the area since he thinks of it as his own grave. It's something that gives him perspective and reminds him to make better use of his life. But whatever his intentions, it clearly did not work out that well. Black Widow added that they can mourn the man after they figured this all out. The surveillance shows that the ship landed, but no one ever came out. Bruce turned to Black Widow and sought to confirm that she was the one who found him. Then, he simply asked her, why? She didn't understand. He asked her why she went into the Quinjet. Natasha made it clear that she is not a fan of Bruce's tone. Banner emphasized the fact that Captain America is dead and that she is the only one who entered the aircraft. The super spy grabbed him by the collar and shouted that she and Cap were supposed to spar in the gym and that she went to look for him. She questioned if he really believed she would kill her own friend. Natasha slammed Bruce into the control station and yelled that if she wanted to kill any of them, there wouldn't be any bodies left to find. Bruce tried his best to fight back Hulk's rage, and she pointed to the fact that gruesome killings
he's
are
turned
more
into
of
Hulk.
the
That's
big guy
crazy.
style anyways. Hawkeye broke them up and insisted that they need to let their fellow Avengers know what's happened. Bruce apologized. Hawkeye added that now isn't the time to be turning on each other. And again, Bruce said he was sorry.
Hey, he's just trying to
Iron
find
Man
out
told
what
them
happened,
that he'd
okay?
be in the lab all night, and that is exactly where they found him. Bruce wasn't sure how to break the news to him, but when he looked down, things only got worse. The red puddle he stepped in caused Bruce to begin panicking.
No, there's no way. There's no way he got Iron Man.
Blood was leaking from Tony's suit, while flies crowded around it.
No.
Bruce called out to
dead.
Jarvis, and the artificial assistant responded. Hesitantly, Bruce admitted that Tony gave him override credentials several years ago. Using his voice signature as a key, he asked for the suit to be disengaged. A terrible mess of gore spilled out from the legendary suit. What remained of Tony Stark was too horrific to be described. Shaking, Bruce told Jarvis to play back the final interaction Tony had before he was killed. In the recording, Tony told someone not to sneak up on him so suddenly. He wondered what brought them to the lab. The genius decided to guess. Either the visitor wanted some nails to go with their hammer, or a heavenly subwoofer to increase the bass of their thunder. The answer became obvious, but Bruce still didn't want to believe it. Then again, who could possibly take down two of Earth's mightiest heroes besides a god? An enraged
They really
Hulk
think
broke
it's
through a
Thor that
wall
did that?
to confront the murderer named Thor. But with his back turned, the God of Thunder didn't respond to their intrusion at all.
Oh my god, there's no way. There is no way. How is he doing this? How is Venom doing
Hulk
this?
reached for the traitor, but the liquefied remains of the deity were enough to terrify the Green Goliath.
It's hilarious to see Hulk that way.
The otherwise fearless brute decided to leave this sort of pathogenic or parasitic threat to puny Banner. Bruce was still in a panic himself, so he was slow to piece the clues together. Once he fully reverted, Hawkeye raised an adamantium arrow in his direction. This is a last resort that he's been saving in case the Hulk ever went over the edge, which, as far as he could tell, was right now. But Bruce begged his friend to listen to reason since he's not the killer. Clint knew for sure that it wasn't him, and Black Widow might be a seasoned assassin, but she could hardly be considered a god killer. Bruce tried to talk him down. Cap, Tony, and Thor were all killed from the inside out. Only something microscopic could have possibly gotten into Tony's suit. That only something undetectable could have ever gotten to Thor. Hawkeye asked Natasha for her opinion. The spy had an idea of what he meant. She shot Hawkeye dead with an oversized
That's not Black Widow, is it?
grin. She dropped her guns and beckoned Bruce to bring back the Hulk. She'd save snacking on Hawkeye for later. Hulk nervously lifted his fists and tried to tell his old friend to resist whatever was inside of her. But it was no use. The dark parasite forced its way into Hulk's body. Foreign memories flooded their mind as their consciousness made its final curtain call. Something crash landed in the Arctic and Cap went to check it out. The super soldier had no idea what it was and went in for a closer look. The alien began to envelop him. Then, the symbiote made him its own. After remaining dormant in cold space for so long, the creature was lonely and starving. However, Captain America turned out to be an incompatible host. Due to his strong-willed resistance, the symbiote ate and abandoned him. It chose Black Widow as its new host due to her familiarity with darkness. They paid a visit to Iron Man, then to Thor. As the symbiote fed,
I kind of had a feeling that it was her, and then she did all that bull. I was like, he could have taken over her body, but somehow, I just didn't realize that. I mean, I should have realized that. I should
it
have.
became stronger and more informed. It came to the conclusion that Bruce Banner would be its ideal home, since the man knows all too well what it means to have a monster within. The King in Black version of Venom, a symbiote god, explained that this is what happens when no particular person is Venom. The symbiote opts to go from host to host, constantly sampling, pasting, and moving on until it is able to really do some damage. What comes next for such a universe is far too unsettling to be discussed. This is the sort of reality that he actively avoids. If one like this were to ever make it to such a multiversal level, he shuddered at the thought.
Bro, literally Venom just took out the Avengers like nothing. That's how easy it is. The writers seem to have mixed up Venom with the Thing. Oh, I go. Venom's. I felt like these trained heroes with nerves of steel were made dumb by the writer. Natasha losing her cool might have been a hint at the symbiote, but Hawkeye and Banner have watched her do all sorts of things that require a stone cold poker face over the years, and they didn't question why she flipped out. Hawkeye threatening Hulk when the way the others were murdered was obviously not his MO felt dumb too. The bodies even looked like they were dissolved. Obviously not how Hulk hands work. Exactly. That did make no sense. I like the concept of a superhero murder mystery though. Facts. You know, it was entertaining even though like some of the logic was just like out the window. But hey, it's just for entertainment, I guess. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you enjoyed this video, check out Plot Armor Comics. If you enjoyed my reaction, feel free to leave a like. Feel free to leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys.